USA, yeah!
This is Car Bros Podcast, episode 42.
The Big 4-2.
All right.
Jackie Robinson. In honor of Jackie Robinson.
This one's for you, Jackie.
Welcome back.
Thanks for tuning into the live stream.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the live stream. That was a lot of fun.
It was pretty damn lit.
That was lit AF, so we were told. Thank you for being here. Special hello to our patrons. You guys are awesome.
And people who are watching the video
Yeah.
version of the podcast might be asking some questions right now.
Yeah, people have been asking us for a long time, why don't we ever have guests?
And now,
And tonight we have a special guest. One of our patrons said, it's kind of a weird request, and he admitted it was weird.
But we're going to honor it anyways.
I asked him to clarify, and he started to back out. He started to backpedal a bit. He was like, you don't have to do it. I was like, fuck that, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
So he said, your podcast makes my road trip. His name's Brendan.
Sup, Brendan?
Sup, Brendan.
You suck. Sup, Brendan?
Yeah. Your podcast makes my road trip so much easier. And he said, I'm happy to be a patron on the condition that in your next podcast, you take like 2 minutes and just slander my name, abuse the shit out of my existence, just make me the laughing stock of the podcast, which is kind of some like weird 50 Shades of Grey shit. I read that and I was like, what? I was like, all right.
I just thought he was being sarcastic the
I thought he
first,
was
and I was
fucking
like,
around.
man, this guy's got some.
Yeah, this guy's weird. And so I was like, can you clarify? He was like, I just thought it'd be funny. Like, I have a weird sense of humor. Like, like, you don't know. And he was basically like, no worries if you can't do it, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to have Brendan on.
Mm-hmm. He's live.
So he's here in the studio. And so we're not going to give him a mic.
No.
Because he's a stupid piece of shit.
we might ask him for his opinion on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how things are.
But anyways,
Thanks for being here, Brendan.
thanks for being here, Brandon. Mm-hmm. And
You too could also
shut the fuck up. We might occasionally ask Brandon some questions. But we're going to do our best to make sure you know that he's fucking weird.
And of course, speaking of Patreon, we now have an exclusive patron-only podcast.
That's
that we're
right.
doing.
If you did not hear last time, we are now doing exclusive kind of like mini. Well, we're not sure what it's going to be, but so far we have
at least one.
Yeah, we have at least one. It's it's almost like a separate podcast.
Yeah.
It's an exclusive podcast just for the patrons.
Which it'll be live by the time this one posts.
So this special podcast
Okay,
will be
so-
available the first Friday of every month.
Special
That's our
podcast.
plan until we
Yeah.
Yeah.
give up on it.
If you go check it out, it is on there now, live as of Friday. Yeah, we're going to try to keep it going, and it's just something special. Originally, we had these like live chat sessions planned for the Patreon, and we may do that once the Patreon gets a little bit busier. It's doing pretty well, but maybe past 100, we'll either do a live thing, or we might try to do these Patreon exclusive podcasts live so that people can check them out. Anyways, if you like the podcast and you want more of it,
Yeah.
that is now available on the Patreon exclusively. So check that out. Enjoy. And thank you for the rest of you.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone else.
And don't forget to check out the Fieri Goes to Monterey Kickstarter,
Oh yeah, also
which
the
is still
Kickstarter.
going.
Man, we got a couple things.
Yeah.
A couple balls in the air. Yeah, Kickstarter's still going. That is coming along. Thank you very much
Quite
to
well,
everyone
yes.
who is
We're getting close.
generously donating. That means a lot to us. So thanks for that. If you are on the fence, your time is running out. I hope that there are people who are like waiting till the end to do it because they saw it and they're down, but they haven't done it yet. So get on that because we're trying to plan.
Yeah, there will be a link in the description.
And it's difficult to know like what we're capable of doing until we know how much money we're actually making. So if you're on the fence, or
Hop
if
off
you
that
are-
fence.
Yeah, get off the fucking fence.
What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Brandon.
Nobody has to.
Piece of shit. Weird ass bitch. All right. Okay, so car stuff. I hope this podcast never gets to the point where we have these like long unrelated, boring intros, like some podcasts.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like ads and shit.
Right.
I really don't want that.
Yeah.
I hope
Make sure you check out stamps.com.
This episode is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Okay, so sorry that there's like upfront stuff. I hope since it's actually relevant, people don't mind as
Sure.
much. But yeah,
But anyway, speaking of big podcasts, I listen to Adam Carolla's daily podcast just about every day. And because he's a car guy too, you know, he's into racing and kind of funky cars.
Yep.
But he sometimes he talks about Subaru. He talks a lot about like commercials and stuff.
Right.
You know, marketing, and he's talked about Subaru, how their whole kind of like lovey-dovey,
Right. Yeah.
like we love dogs,
adventurous,
and nature.
yeah.
what is their slogan? Doesn't it have love?
I think it's like made with love. I think
Is that what it is now?
I believe it is.
I
I believe that's still
Yeah.
But he was talking like he was at one of the auto shows recently, and you know, like all the manufacturers have booths, and Subaru's had like a puppy adoption thing or something.
They do that at dealerships now too. Like once a month or something. Every Subaru dealership has like they just ask the local SPCA or something.
and they just do it at the dealership.
It's love. It's what makes a Subaru.
That's right. But yeah, so he was talking about that, and then he was talking about like if you went to a Subaru factory, like do you think it would look any different than like any other?
Yeah.
Like the workers are like,
Yeah, get the fuck back to work. A bunch of it's like your 10-minute break is up.
But yeah, so I sent him a tweet because you know Subaru in Japan is, or it's a Japanese name, or it's basically Fuji Heavy Industries.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Which is like this huge like conglomerate that does like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Which in not only building cars, I mean they make different kinds of engines, and they also make like military aircraft and drones for like the Japanese Air Force.
Pretty sweet.
So it's like, and just the name Fuji Heavy Industries sounds like something from like a RoboCop movie.
It sounds like a heavy polluting
like they made the like cyborgs that that, like took over the world.
Right. Fuji Heavy Industries like denied
like-
the main character's insurance claim.
Yeah, it sounds like something from Blade Runner or something.
Yeah, right.
But like if you ask like most people in the US, they would think like Subaru is this kind of like, oh, it's this kind of artisan, like
Free spirit.
Hipster.
I was kind of talking like, you know, sometimes if you go to the store and you buy like one of those kind of like artisan products,
Like what?
like almost anything like creamer, any of those kind of like
organic stuff.
just like any of those kind of like
it's
small
like milk
brand,
in a glass
just
bottle.
anything, but
a
like
tweed.
But if you look at the package, like they're all the same. It's like, here's our story. Like it started off and blah,
right,
blah, blah.
yeah,
right.
And so it's like,
Single farmer.
yeah, like you would think
dream.
Subaru is like Subaru was founded in
a
the fall of
flannel-
1983.
A flannel jacket wearing
Like
tree
like
lover.
tweed jacket,
He
yeah.
had a snowy driveway and needed a way to get his dogs up to the cabin.
He was wearing his Crocs.
Yeah, and he needed a car that could do that for him. So he brought out the Subaru,
Yeah.
which is kind of, that's like the image that they've kind of curated.
Right.
But like in the reality, like Subaru is part of like the biggest, faceless.
Yeah, it was like their bomb and helicopter division had like extra 4-wheel drive units from the like ammo loading trolley. And so they decided to make a car.
Yeah, but it's just like the difference between like their marketing face and like the
The true story. Yeah.
Subaru, I mean, we've talked about it before. Subaru fucking kills it in marketing.
they do a great job.
Like they're slaying it.
I like dogs. I like my family.
Yeah, right.
And,
yeah,
I
they
like sending a guided missile through the house.
yeah, we make safe cars, and we also make Tomahawk missiles.
But they're all made with love.
They're a well-rounded company.
Yeah, I wonder if that like love slogan pervades the entire like all business units. It's what makes DEFCON military helicopters DEFCON or something. Yeah.
But so I just thought that was funny. But,
Nothing fucks up the enemy like a Fuji Heavy Industries Gatling gun. You can send love straight into their skulls.
Spent urania.
Spread the love.
60 rounds a second.
Spread the love sales event.
Yeah.
A bullet at a time.
Spread the love into oncoming fleets of enemies. Spread it into their bodies.
Yeah, so that was good. So have you guys noticed, like increasingly, that you'll just go somewhere and just see fucking like donut marks just like all over the street?
I think
Probably not in Davis.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I would say no, except earlier today we were driving around and I did.
Yeah.
And it's got like a 4-way stop kind of thing.
Which is, it's this weird, I mean, it's kind of like this whole sideshow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has been going on here for a while.
How would you describe what a sideshow is?
It's basically like a bunch of people kind of get together and just fuck around. Like,
Yeah. Lots of
do
donuts.
donuts.
Could we put some footage in here?
Yeah, I'm sure John can find some.
Sure.
All right,
I think
some footage of a sideshow. There it was.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically just this kind of like chaotic thing where people are just like going nuts in the street.
And like tons of people standing around the cars.
It's just
as
like close quarters donuts.
It's like a form of bull. What's it called when like the
bull riding?
Not bull riding, but like the dude who waves the red flag and the.
Oh shoot!
What is that called?
Anyways, that bull taunting.
But I remember I used to think like the image of someone doing donuts in a car is like, oh, that's like that dude's like the coolest guy. Like,
It used to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, do some donuts.
It was like you would like, okay, let me go find a place where I can do some donuts and no one's gonna see me. Like, let me quickly do a few donuts.
Yeah.
Like behind the
out of anger.
Yeah, like behind the Costco or whatever.
Right.
And like, oh, I need to like be out of sight, you know, when I do this.
Yeah. But this is the whole point of this is like the opposite.
It's like this has like morphed into something like
they want to be seen.
It's like
they want to
the entire thing is like
a social.
Like let's be like antisocial and fucking do donuts and like you'll just see like the middle of intersections like near my house like residential as like school just like black marks just all over the
or like they'll shut down bridges and
it's like it's this like
visible.
It's this like over the top thing where the whole thing is like being seen.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Everyone has their camera out.
Yeah, and
taking
it's like,
videos.
and it's in a way like if you I mean, there's probably some of the videos where people get like thrown.
Yeah, they get all fucked up.
Yeah,
and it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then, but what it reminds me of is, in a way, is almost like that, like Saudi Arabian.
Yeah, Saudi drifting kind of stuff.
Where those guys would be in Camrys and you just see them like
going 80 miles an hour and then they just like
they're going like 2 wheels.
And like they fuck up and they just like ragdoll out of the car.
Yeah, I don't get why that. I don't get what the deal is with that.
Well, I remember like when I saw it, I was like, oh, this must be some sort of like religious like rite of passage or something.
you must drive.
I thought it was like some like you must
do donuts in like your skyline.
It's part of the actual like driving test.
But I guess it's just like people fucking around. Like
they're just fucking around.
But it's like at an extreme level.
They're extremely fucking around for sure,
and like regularly like dying.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, if you've seen the videos, of just like you'll see like, well, that guy died. That guy died. Like that little thing flying out of the car is a person.
That's a dude.
But I know the sideshows aren't like that bad, at least not yet. But like that it kind of feels like it's coming from the same place. It's just like primal, fucking weird.
Yeah, the bummer about the kind of like automotive enthusiasm is that's the kind of stuff that ends up like needing to be stopped because now you're endangering essentially the public.
Right.
And then they'll be like, these vandals in the car. And it's kind of what happened with street racing.
Yeah.
It's like everyone who's into cars gets punished.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like some fucking idiots.
Yeah, because it just used to be like you wanted to street race.
Yeah.
Which is whatever, probably not a good thing, but like it's like let me go to the most like place where no one is going to see me.
Like let's go way out in the sticks.
Let me try to get away with this before anyone like sees this. But now it's like, how many people can we get together to watch this?
Yeah. Well, the alternative to street racing was like 2 teens going like 120 down like a residential street, plowed into someone making a turn or something.
Right.
It's like, shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's also dumb that I'm sure it's still on the air, but that Street Outlaws show that like glorifies and like they pretend like it's illegal street racing, even though it's obviously not and scripted and they got permits. But I feel like that maybe has a hand in it too.
But even at that, at least they're like they're attempting just to fucking race on the street, which is not good. But that's one thing. But the other thing is just like let's just cause chaos and like tear shit up and like get as many people together as we can and fuck.
Yeah,
There's been times when like cops have shown up and they've like broken out the windshields on police cars. Like it's like it's like riot level stuff.
Yeah. Gets the people going.
Yeah.
What was the? It's just the World Cup or something.
They must enjoy it.
Yeah, but like when we were in high school, you wouldn't just like go across a busy intersection or a freeway and just see like donut marks, just like
well, this stuff I truly believe it's all the like social media effect. It's like if you have the chance to do something and have it be shown to like potentially unlimited amount of people, that pushes people to do like crazy stuff. If it's just you and like your high school friends,
right?
It's like, how much do you want to impress these like 6 people? The answer is a bit.
A little bit.
You know, like you're gonna try.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're like kind of reckless to begin with, and it's like this could be your chance.
Yeah, I should have
15 minutes of fame.
I'll see if I can take some pictures. But like, so I'll just be driving around during the day, and you'll just see like, holy shit, this like intersection is just black with rubber.
Something went down.
Yeah. Bullfighting. That's what you were.
That's what it is. Bullfighting.
Bullfighting. Yeah. Anyway, what was that? Brendan?
Brendan?
No?
Oh, no one gives a shit.
I didn't think so, little bitch. Shut the fuck up, Brendan. Okay, so we are going to continue with our past theme of director's commentary. Running out.
It's coming to a close.
Coming to the end here, folks. Okay, so we're going to continue with our theme of that. So let's head out to the field, see how the boys are doing.
Hey, guys.
What's up, guys? Take it away. LA Auto Show.
So this video is not really that special.
Speak for yourself.
We debated whether we should even talk about it, but there is some kind of funny stories while we were doing it.
Yeah, it's probably similar to the SEMA video.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That was pretty much the idea of it. Is like the SEMA video was kind of fun, so we should do something similar.
Yeah. This is our second auto show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Huh?
Auto show video.
Oh, besides
Monterey was after this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Our second like event.
Yeah. Event coverage.
Yeah, so I think we just kind of wanted to go. We were like, well, we could kind of recapture some of that thing, but in a slightly different.
Yeah, so the LA Auto Show, I didn't realize this, but it is it open to the public?
It is, but like a few days later.
Yeah, so then you get like 2 days maybe of just press.
Right.
And so the audience is just, I don't know, it's just a cooler audience.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller. And
it's smaller and like a more educated automotive audience.
But even with that said, like auto shows are really cool. Like, it's probably the only place, if you want to go look at a new car and you're not serious about buying one, it's like the only place you can really go.
Yeah.
Like just imagine looking at cars from every manufacturer without ever being bothered by someone.
It's kind of CarMax. No,
that's true. CarMax is
kind of on a smaller scale.
You don't get
if you like used cars.
You don't get to start or drive the vehicles, but you also don't. There's no salesman.
Right.
You don't even have to like feign interest.
You don't have to. Oh, I don't know. My son's graduating.
Right. Yeah. In 2 years, and
you need to remotely. Like you're just there to look at the cars.
Right.
And sit in them.
And obviously, from just about every brand.
Yeah.
Which is. I know, it's fun.
Yeah, this is actually really cool.
Yeah, so, and then of course, I mean, the big shows like LA obviously have actual debuts of cars.
And, that's right.
And, press conference. Not that I don't even remember why, like if we had a specific idea. I think it was just.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Kind of
I think we went into
seat of the pants.
I think so. I don't. The only.
We did come up with the awards beforehand, right?
That was like the night before.
Right, yeah, like immediately.
Yeah. The only joke that I really recall us having ahead of time was test driving a vehicle that was not out.
And that we weren't actually.
Yeah, and to cut it out like digitally. Like the ending to this.
Right.
I had thought of like ahead of time.
Yeah, we didn't even know which car we would use.
I think we didn't know which car. It was just like, wouldn't it be funny if we could fake drive a car that's not available to the public like ahead of time.
Yeah, we're gonna imply that we were like the first ever to be able to drive it,
which ended up working well because the ZR1 was like you couldn't drive it for another couple of months or something. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, so we I think we started planning it like the week leading up to leaving.
Right, and for some reason it was just me and you. John,
I forgot why I didn't go.
John's commitment.
Disneyland.
Mostly because I don't have that bohemian lifestyle.
It probably had something to do with our fluid lifestyles.
Yeah.
But yeah, we came up with the awards. It was like the night before. We went out and bought that stupid mic, and that mic was like,
oh, that's right. Yeah, the handheld mic.
Yeah, it's an internal speaker.
Yeah,
it's like a karaoke.
Yeah, it's like karaoke in the mic. So you like pick your song and it plays the song, and then it like amplifies your voice. It's such a stupid microphone. And then we like rhinestoned it, and we came up with those awards and bought like fancy award.
Yeah, and we never actually used that microphone at any point during the.
Yeah, that microphone's not.
Yeah, it's purely
just a prop. Yeah,
I'm like mic'd separately in the video. Yeah, that mic was a big hit.
Yeah, it did get a lot of comments for a while.
Made us look real legit.
The insiders.
But yeah, I think we went into this. We actually, well, go ahead. Just start it real quick. Like, show the intro. This is the new Maserati Grand something, looking real sharp in silver. This is the new Mazda 3. This is the new M. This is the new Volvo.
Yeah,
so XC90. This is the new. We thought of that intro once we were there.
Right.
And it might have even been after day one.
Yeah, I think it was.
Because we originally recorded, you can see this on the Patreon. There's if you scroll down the timeline of the Patreon a bit.
Join Patreon, by the way.
Yeah, little patrons know that there's like bloopers of this video we uploaded, and the original intro was identical to SEMA.
Oh, that's right.
We had so little like creativity. We were like, what if we did
exactly
word for word?
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, it's Mike from Car.
I don't really want to be here.
Here at the LA Auto Show. I don't really want to be here. We did that word for word, and we're like, I guess this is funny. Like, maybe this is.
Didn't you say something like, I think it's a bunch of like journalist types that think they're like really important, but they're not?
Yeah, it was like something like that. And then after day one, maybe we were like editing it or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And we came up with this intro. We're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was like, this is the new, new, like pretty much exactly how it ended up looking. And so we dropped that intro and went with this, which ended up being way funnier, I thought. Yeah, I think we came up with this because once we got there, it was like, man, we're not shit. Like, there are people trying really hard.
And it's funny because like you're essentially surrounded by people doing the same thing that we're kind of making, like one guy filming, another guy standing in front of a car and talking.
Everyone there.
Except everyone else is nicely dressed in like suits and ties.
Smart.
It's like a Gap.
Yeah, you got a little thermal on or something in LA when it's probably like 70 degrees.
Nice sweater. Everyone there. I mean, I don't want to say everyone, but I'm pretty sure everyone was there seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're there for work.
Right.
So
it's like, yeah, I mean, we were too, but it's just like, oh, I got to get the new.
I got to get the scoop.
Got to get the scoop on.
Yeah, got to get the post out quick.
It's just like, I remember walking around just being like, God, I just don't professionally give a shit. You know, like, I just don't care about this, like, career as like if I had to care, because everyone was trying so hard. And so, like, this video is a joke, but it's kind of real.
Sure.
You know, like, there is some undercurrent of like, well, we're not as good as them. Like, how do we make ourselves look better? Yeah, the dude behind us, that was like German TV.
Yeah.
Boom mics and
that's a pretty sweet boom mic, though.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. And let me tell you that, dude, look at this. These guys are trying way harder than us. We can't compete with this. You're shooting on an iPhone 4S. I don't know about this.
Dude, are you telling me that we ditched class, drove 30 minutes to be here, and paid $25 to park just to turn around and go home?
I don't know.
Come on, man, there's got to be a way we can do this.
Yeah, I also like how we were implying that we're like community college students.
Yeah.
Skipped class.
And it's super easy just to get into the press only.
Yeah, like we lived like 20 minutes away.
We had to pay big money for parking.
Yeah.
We had to like park and stuff. Yeah. No, you know what? You're right. If we stir up enough controversy, confirm enough rumors, and have enough exclusive content, it won't matter what iPhone they shoot their video with.
That's the spirit, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go find some coffee.
There you are. $36.
This guy is
So this is like during media days or day, it's like essentially all the automakers are trying to like wine and dine.
Yeah. Entice people to come to their booth.
Yeah. So they'll have like free food, sometimes free alcohol.
Yeah.
There's various free things.
Everything's free.
So I don't even remember what this was. Volvo, I guess.
Maybe
I think it was. And they had this like very artisan
coffee.
Like whatever.
baristas.
Yeah. Like kind of just making stuff to order.
Yeah, but these guys, didn't they all know each other or something?
I'm sure they're all from the same coffee house or whatever.
Yeah, because I kind of remember them being like, this is just our side gig or something.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like that. Because this guy had like acting experience or something.
I mean, everyone knows.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, right, it's LA. Like, I kind of feel like they were like a comedy troupe or something. They just happened to pick like, but like this was just like the guy serving coffee and he just totally outacted me.
Yeah.
Just, like,
That'll be,
he just like we were doing, we're like, okay, like, can you hand this to me? And say it's like $30. He's like, sure. And he's like, and scene.
yeah. Turned it on.
Gets in the zone.
I was immediately like, I think I'm out of my own element trying to compete with the coffee guy.
Isn't it supposed to be free?
That's for real journalists.
Killed it.
So this is like you took a couple of the same scenes, right, from the SEMA video. I feel like the syringe,
the syringe, the blood, and the eye is
yeah.
all from Requiem for a Dream.
Oh yeah,
like that sequence. I forget what they're doing.
In this case, instead of one beer, it's like one cup. Of
one little sip of espresso.
Yeah, I think in Requiem for a Dream they're doing like blow or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
I think they're doing cocaine or meth or something. Yeah, that's what that sequence is from. So that part is stolen.
Yeah,
but these are the parts that I.
Yeah, this other stuff is like generic.
What's
like news.
The process you go to find? Because they're so random. Like, do you just go down this rabbit hole of YouTube
other
for
than
like
the Requiem
2 hours?
For a Dream part? Yeah, no, this stuff was just like what's like really funny, high energy stuff. Like the SEMA thing was like what's like really stupid, like
dump truck.
Yeah, like taking off kind of.
I thought the dump truck's in this one.
No, the dump truck is
was
the dump truck and the rocket.
Yeah.
And this is just like the same thing. It's just like, what's just like slapstick.
But we wanted stuff that's kind of like journalism oriented. Yeah, on the beat.
Yeah. And so I don't know. It's just a bunch of different like searching.
Like after this, you're ready to go out and get the scoop.
Yeah, I think this was like Furious Typewriter or something. I looked at like 30 of them or something. This was like speed typing on my old mechanical typewriter. I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good for 1 second. Probably not the 8-minute long video that this guy actually posted. Yeah.
Oh man.
Infiniti has unveiled a brand new color exclusive to the QX80, White Privilege Pearl.
There it is.
And let me tell you, it looks stunning in person.
Sweet line. It's just a funny.
Yeah.
That was like an LS.
Yeah, it was funny because it was like
480 or something.
The most like roomiest,
the most luxurious sedan.
Like, why would you? Like, how would that even be part of like looking at a car?
Yeah, it's pretty funny too doing that. Because like you'll get in the seat and it's like, all right, I'm gonna make this as tight as possible, and you like crush yourself.
Yeah,
there's
safety measures.
There's no thing where it's like too much pressure on the seat. Don't let him do it.
Yeah,
you can just, and it's like it's a fucking.
His knees are touching the dash.
Yeah, it's like it's a serious seat. It's like a serious luxury car. So they've got some seat motors in there that's moving this like 500-pound seat. So it's like you can put yourself
into the steering wheel.
Put yourself in a more uncomfortable position than you could with a manual seat because you can crush yourself with the motor.
Yeah, it'll force it down.
You can like load the motor up. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, that's a good still frame. I don't know what this thing was. It was just first fun YouTube.
Yeah, this was the original thumb, right? Idea.
Oh, was it?
Remember, I thought we were going to do this.
One of the things, like, in addition to like the mainstream brands, there's also a bunch of these kind of like startup, like weird, and they all have these kind of really weird, cheap, funky things.
But these guys, they were like standing by this thing, and we were like, "Oh, what is this thing?" And they were like kind of talking about. We're like, isn't that it in the picture?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah.
It's like, so why do you have a...
yeah, we were like, why is it covered? They're just
We're going to reveal it.
Yeah, like they didn't really have an answer. And they were like, oh, well, it's just covered because it's covered. Like, I think they kind of tried to make it like, no, it's just to keep the dust off. I feel like we kind of like
come to our event.
We kind of like shine the light on the like marketing directors. Like,
5 minutes later, they got a bigger cover and covered the photos.
Yeah, like, we're gonna put a cover on it, and people aren't gonna know.
They're gonna wonder what it looks like.
Why would you actually ride? Let me hop in my.
Bro, it's a fun YouTube.
Yeah, come on.
It's the world's first.
It's FUV, bro.
Possibly last. Yeah. Anyways.
Do you feel excited to work at a company who is neck and neck with Tesla, leading the charge toward the amphibious car revolution?
She had such a generic answer to that. Do you remember?
We didn't even show it, huh?
Yeah, no. I think it's in the Patreon.
It was just like canned.
Yeah, because she was like, she kind of just ran with it,
right?
That was someone.
Well, she never even like addressed it. Huh?
Yeah, everyone at the LA Auto Show who you get to talk to on camera.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah, it's a very PR person that they have like their script.
Yeah, they're like someone.
It's a very controlled message.
Right? Yeah, and so she was like the regional director of North American marketing or something. You know, it's like they put someone who knows all the answers. Yeah. And so she was just like, well, it's a very exciting time for the automobile.
Yeah, Ford is we're committed to
ever since the Model T. Like, you know, she just kind of had all this stuff. And then the line at the end, which we didn't use because her monologue was so boring.
Because you said amphibious, right?
Yeah, you remember I was like, well, that works out for me because I live next to a big lake or something.
Yeah.
Like I had some like joke about it being
the one thing we found out immediately was like SEMO was way easier to kind of like
approach people. Yeah.
Just like joke around and like get people to laugh and
play 7 seconds with that girl. Anyways, that's the
flame utility.
That's the FUV right there.
This is after their big reveal.
It's been revealed, as you can see by the crowd gathering.
And the back seat is excellent.
Justin at the back seat.
Can you confirm or deny rumors that Toyota's working on a new Paseo?
Right there. just fucking broke this dude. Because this was like pre-Supra.
Yeah.
Like sizzle.
Right.
Yeah, so this was like Johnny iPad. He's like, he was made for this.
Because like each time we would go, we'd have to like, he wasn't just standing there. Like we want to talk to someone on camera. Okay, we need to find him. Like he's over here.
Like,
okay.
This is the guy. This is like
he's coming over. Okay,
this guy's like wheeling, dealing,
right?
And he talked to all the other whatever.
And like he thought we were going to say Supra
the same exact conversation he said
or whatever.
I think that's what he'd been hearing.
Can you confirm or as soon as he heard the word Paseo, he's just like, what?
Yeah, I don't remember his answer. He was also oh no, we get to it later when we were talking about talking shit or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead. We'll comment on that.
Can I confirm or deny? No, I don't know anything about that.
Can you confirm or deny any rumors about the faster version of this?
This was
the Dodge Beelzebub.
This was the only man. Totally should have got that girl's number. She was she was super. Anyways, she was the only one who like probably shouldn't have been on camera. Like I remember,
she wasn't like an official.
No, she was just
product specialist.
Yeah, she was just like someone in front of the whatever, and like, can you be in our video? She's like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, and I remember thinking like, you probably should, because I've been asking a lot of people that question, and you're the only one
who's just like, yeah, whatever.
I was like, I actually think this might not be good for your career.
Dodge Beezel.
Yeah, she's a good sport.
I've never heard of that before, actually.
Now, I'm an administrator over on the J-Body forums, CaviBoy104. Can you confirm?
It's kind of, we had I think this is like Alejandro. We had to come back like the next day.
Yeah, it's like, he's not. He's in a meeting or.
Yeah, he was so booked up with like whatever Motor Trend.
Or
actually, like asking real questions. It was like, put us on the list, Car Bros for 12:30. We'll be here.
I also like how we chose to stand in front of like one of the worst cars.
Yeah, we were basically like, all right, what's like the worst car to stand in front of?
What is that's not a Sonic, is it?
It is.
Is it a Sonic?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's like a Sonic RS.
Yeah,
Pause it too, and people keep pointing out there's like that dude who like very aggressively like gets under that car in the background.
Oh yeah, he's like checking it out or
The
something.
Spark.
Yeah.
Confirm or deny
he,
rumors that Chevy is working on a retro Cavalier
Where's that
for
guy?
2025?
Well, we don't comment on speculation.
Did we miss it?
Oh, no, I have nothing that I know.
Confirm.
I think it's later. I'll keep an eye out.
Whoa! Here's a hot take. Mitsubishi's still making cars.
Pause. That's the Honda thing is in the outtakes, right?
Yeah.
Did we post that?
That is.
Because this was like right at the height of like the Me Too movement when it was like peak, like when every other day it was like, oh, someone has just been like busted and like they've been fired or this and that.
Yeah.
So we had this joke where like we showed like the back of Honda's booth where there was like no car. It was like the back side of it.
Yeah, it looked empty.
So it just says Honda and there's just empty carpet, and we were just like Honda had to pull out of the show because of like
we said there were
allegations.
like there's like sexual misconduct allegations against the Civic.
Yeah. It was an okay joke.
But we thought it was like borderline.
Yeah, we were like, this is a little too much.
But in hindsight, we should just
it was a little too spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the outtakes.
Yeah.
We had
Where'd you next?
the Hyundai thing that we didn't do, and I don't think we attempted. What was it? It was like it's something about like making fun of the first generation Tiburon or something. Like
weren't you gonna say like you owned one? No,
I don't remember.
Shit.
I shouldn't have brought it up. I apologize.
Okay, now we're getting some traction. Sounds like we've got exclusive access to the next Nissan unveiling.
Oh, really?
Let's head over there.
Let's do it.
What were they unveiling?
It was the Nissan Kicks.
Oh man,
Dumbest car.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Nissan's like whole presence was so weak. Except they had free burritos,
free lunch.
Yeah, we did.
Like right before this, or like right after this, they handed out free burritos.
Yeah, we
like
did.
everyone.
We did eat their burritos. So thanks for that.
It's like you're like exclusive access, and you like go and there's like
a huge
1,000 people in front.
Well, this is cooler anyways.
This thing is
Take
sweet.
a guess what I'm standing next to. Go ahead, guess. It's the 2018 Chevy Express van.
So this thing actually is like, it's not a joke. This is actually a 2018.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually,
It's still in production
it's actually a new model.
for the past like 15 years.
That door opening sound is like one of my
Gunk.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like opening like if like you had like a can of soda the size of a keg or something.
Yeah.
Gong. It's like opening a barn door. Yeah, closing it's a pretty good sound too.
It's
like
for a more
solid.
in-depth video.
Get my work
check
truck.
my channel for our extensive 2.5-hour review. But let me just give
Get
you
that
a little
camera in
spoiler
focus,
alert.
bro.
This
That's
is one
JV
of the most
camera
impressive
work.
vehicles at the show, and I just got out of a Pagani Hurricane.
Oh man.
I'll just give you the
I feel like
highlight.
we batted that around for like a while.
Like what were we gonna
What to
call
actually
that?
call
Yeah, like the Paganzi or something. We had like a few.
Pagani Hurricane.
Pagani Hurricane is pretty good. I was pretty happy with where that landed.
Panera.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's gone are the old 10.5-inch boat anchor drum rear brakes. New for 2018 is a streamlined, non-vented 8.5-inch disc. Chevy has also doubled the number of forward gears to 4, and all interior materials have been upgraded to soft-touch plastics.
Solid.
That's the actual sound. That's not.
Yeah,
That's not that.
Unedited. You can see you like laughing.
I don't want to stir the
There's that guy. He's getting under it.
He's like getting
What could he possibly be looking for?
Just checking for the underbody spray or
Yeah.
how aerodynamic the floor is, maybe. I
I
don't
want
know.
to check out the tray on the bottom or something.
the guys over at Dodge were talking some serious
Pause.
trash. How do you feel?
Or maybe he's just ahead of us in the humor game. Like, oh, what if we showed me like looking really intensely at like the worst car? Get a shot of me like crawling.
Yeah, they're like also filming a satirical car show. He's just like doing a better job. Yeah.
So I don't want to start anything here, but I heard those Chevy guys were talking some shit. How do you feel about that?
About what?
I'm not trying to stir the pot or
Oh, boy,
anything,
here we
but I heard the Honda guys were talking some smack about you. How do you feel about that?
Well,
He was like, well, they should be nicer. Yeah. Like, actually kinda took it a little hard.
Right.
Oh, come here. Who said that? Was it Bill?
Was it Davis Adams?
Yeah. Davis Adams said, you're a piece of shit. Tell him Carbro sent you.
Boom.
I just had an idea that is going to springboard us into the big leagues.
That's pretty sweet. It's pretty uncomfortable, and it's basically we're just like, all right, we're walking around looking for manual transmission cars to get into
And just shift violently.
shift really hard for 10 seconds and then walk away for it's like
Yeah, it's a thing where you can like hear it shifting from outside.
Yeah,
the car.
yeah.
yeah. Anyone walking by can.
it's like, okay, are you recording? Like it's like, all right, let's get out of here fast.
So after careful consideration, I would like to present the Car Bros 2017 award for Best Manual Shifter to Ford CEO James Hackett, and specifically for his work on the Mustang GT 350R. Congratulations. You can come claim this award at your earliest convenience, and keep up the good work.
Nice job.
We did just leave that there, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's in like Ford's Hall of Trophies.
Yeah, both of them got left
Next to their
except for Davis Adams, which I'm assuming is on his desk.
next to their JD Power.
Yeah, Carros. Yeah, Carros award. Oh, those rims are sweet.
We bought. we went and bought that magnifying glass, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I still have like all the props from this in my office.
Obviously this we must have thought of before. Like, are you going to use a magnifying glass to like look at some rims?
Yeah, I kind of remember it being like extra large magnifying glass. Where they're like, they show the title. It's this like old guy reading a book.
Yeah.
It's like who uses a magnifying glass anymore? Like, what are the uses for a that should have been the thumb.
LA Auto Show?
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so I'm here at the Honda booth with, what's your name again?
Davis Adams and the West Coast.
He seems pretty nervous about this conversation.
Well,
It's gonna.
By this point, he already knew.
Well, the whole story. When did we tell this story? I feel like I've told this before.
Probably on one of the
Yeah, we
episodes.
did.
Yeah.
Was it a podcast or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, anyways, like we were just kind of like farting around the first day, and we went to Honda, and it was like, can we get someone on camera? And they pointed us to this guy, and so he said, "I'm too busy today. Come back tomorrow, whatever." But we had established a rapport with him, and so he definitely knew who we were, and I think he was like cautiously open, to the idea of being on film.
Right.
But this moment, it was like, okay, are we ready? Like, whatever. And then as soon as we started
I
recording,
think we said like we're going to give you an award. I think. Didn't
yeah, we didn't tell him what the award was.
Right,
This is like genuine or whatever.
Yeah.
But I went from kind of like laughing,
Joking,
whatever,
to
to
serious.
just like very serious
Yeah.
interview. And so you can see his body language. He gets a little
like uptight.
he
Yeah.
immediately gets a little nervous, but he falls back on the fact that like
Yeah.
he's probably been interviewed 800,000 times.
Right.
Or whatever. So, yeah, he pulled it off.
Our manager for American Honda Motor Company.
Okay, well, Davis Adams, I would like to present you, and specifically the 2017 Honda Civic Type R with the Car Bros Award for Most improved rims.
Oh.
Solid.
Yeah, that reaction could have been.
He really embodied.
It was a genuine.
Really embodied his enthusiasm. I truly hope he still has that thing. Part of me likes to think it's like in some desk drawer or something. Like because he was.
I'm sure he sent it to Japan to HQ.
Yeah, sent it to the big.
Good job,
for
boys.
like evidence of his yearly review. Well, as you can see, I gathered the brand.
We got another award for the cabinet.
Awards. But he was. We emailed him after because we were asking him about
getting one, right?
trying to get a Tempora. And he was like, all my friends are like, I can't believe you let Carveros interview you or something. Because like after this launched. So it seemed like he knew where we were. But anyways, that's just to say, I suspect there's a chance that he didn't throw the award away.
You never know.
Which warms my heart.
What are you actually asking these people?
I think it's like...
I'm pretty sure we said like we're not even gonna...
Yeah, it was like we're just shooting a video and we just need to ask you like a quick question. And then I think it was like...
I think we said like the audio is not going to be... Your answer
I
is
don't know
not
if we
gonna
did
be-
that. It was just like, oh, like, what do you think of like the weather today? Or like, are you enjoying the LA Auto show or something? You know, it's just like, just to get them talking with something simple.
That was in case you didn't know, that's actually Steve Celine.
Yeah, I didn't know. Mike's better at like knowing who these people are, but he's like, that's Steve Celine, or the like Celine Motorsports,
right? Yeah.
And we're like, wasn't getting a ton of attention.
Yeah, well, cause they were just showing like their new whatever mid-engine and
that's
kind
right,
of funky
they made some, like,
sports car thing.
All right, yeah. Anyway, so that was actually him, and then go. No, you can go for it. I think he's in it again. Right there. So that guy, a couple people at this show recognized us.
Right. Like, oh, Carveros.
Yeah, and so we were outside. I think we were filming the intro. And this guy was like, he was walking past, just like making eye contact with me. But it wasn't
awkward.
It wasn't it was just like, what does this guy want?
Yeah.
And then he was like, I love your videos. It was like after a while. Like I don't know if he was like either working up the courage to say something or trying to decide if it was actually us.
Right.
Yeah. And he was like, I love your videos. I was like, do you want to be in one? he was like, yeah. Yeah. And he just like nailed it too. Like he did a good job. It's so surprising to me how people
just pull it out.
Will just like be on video, sure, and they'll just like kill it too. But yeah, he did a good job. Hopefully you've seen it.
And finally, the moment you've all been waiting
for. Pause it. Yeah, do you remember how hard we were laughing when we came up? We were like, we need like a big one to give out.
Mike came up with the idea for this. It was like we were sitting like the day before we left or something, trying to come up with the awards. Yeah, and we were like, what's like the best one? And you were like, it seriously took like a minute for him to say it. He was
just laughing like he is now.
He was like, and he'd start laughing. And I'm just staring at him like
what? Yeah.
Like, what?
Get it out.
He couldn't say the word. He's like,
he just broke down.
He's like, pedestrian's choice. And we just like lost our shit. We just fucking, oh god, because it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, what is the criteria?
Yeah, is it just like a car, a person on the street walking?
Yeah. What car do they like?
Is it like the car that they'd prefer to be hit by? Is it like what? Yeah. The runner-up, do you remember like once we were there, you were like, oh, we should have done transient's choice.
Oh, yeah. Like homeless.
Like homeless people and stuff. It was like, that's pretty good too.
Pretty appropriate for LA these days.
Yeah, I think pedestrian's choice. So I think we went with the right one.
And for choosing the car, we just we were like, let's just choose whatever motor trend, because the Giulia was
that was actually their
car of the year. And they had this like all this hubbub and stuff about it.
Yeah. That's right. They were pretty proud of that.
Car stood above the rest, head and shoulders, whether we talk to garbage men or junkies. I'd like to present the entire team involved with the Alfa Romeo Giulia our most prestigious award, the Pedestrian's Choice.
Take that, Motor Trend. Yeah, we
This is pretty. This took some effort to achieve.
Yeah, it's such a weird add-on to the video.
Yeah,
we debated making this a separate video.
Yeah, because it kind of feels like a separate video a little bit. Maybe we should have. Yeah, that's actually downtown Fresno.
Mm-hmm. We filmed this like a couple days later.
Yeah, we filmed it later, but we were filming this part. And we were like, all right, we got to get there early before there's people around this thing. Right. So we showed up pretty early to get this.
On the stage or whatever.
To get the ZR1. Pretty proud of this.
Yeah, especially because like the actual background is like this giant LED board.
The
with
background
this,
is a TV.
Yeah,
it's like possibly the worst background to try to cut out.
And it's like playing this weird like geometric animation.
In the car just constantly.
Like they'll do those like big like
graphics
or something on a big television, and that was literally the whole background of this car. So it was like not super fun to cut out.
Last but not least, we've got something really special for you. Chevy has granted Car Bros an exclusive first drive to the new Corvette ZR1 right here on the streets of Los Angeles. Man, I've been waiting for this chance for quite a while, so if I'm a little excited, excuse me.
Yeah, you can see all the fucking reflections and stuff.
That's right from the.
So this
setting up
all this audio track is actually a first gen ZR1, so it actually like sounds pretty
kind of close.
It's like close-ish, yeah.
But that throttle shot was from like that Chevy van, though. I'm assuming, right? Just from how basic it looked.
No, that was ZR1.
Really, the pedals look super dumb.
Yeah, bro, it's GM. It probably is the van.
Oh yeah, probably same part number.
Yeah, and then we drove around this shot. It was like
this was like out of the back of.
Yeah, we had a camera out the back of Mike's GTI or something, driving around trying to get this footage. And I hit. If you see, there's a point where we hit a big bump, and in the top of the frame, the whole hatch comes into the frame for a second, like the hatch of the car. But yeah, this turned out pretty good. I thought this turned out pretty good.
And the new ZR1, right off the bat. I'm usually a critic of electric steering racks, but this one has quite a bit of feel, so it's pretty good. And the race tune suspension, the car really doesn't beat you up or punish you. Okay, well, it looks like it's pretty clear here, so a little bit. Whoa! This thing is really fast. That back end's dancing around, but I'm a pretty skilled driver. Okay. Whoa, yeah. Oh, man, this thing is super quick. Oh, dude. Car Bros has exclusive access to this vehicle for the next 3 minutes. What are you doing?
Who the hell's Car Bros?
So that guy knew who we were, right?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I think we were like, he was like, I know who you are. Or something. He was kind of weird about it.
He was onto it.
Yeah, we were like, oh, do you want to be in a video? And he's like, yeah, sure. He said something else, though.
He said, is this Alcantara or something like that?
That's right. Because we didn't have a line for him.
Right.
It was just like, I'll say what he's
just going to get it.
And you just like, look at me. And then he ended up.
I think he said like, feel this Alcantara or something like that.
Yeah, he was like, this Alcantara is sweet. Or he said something. And I was like, damn, that was actually like nice. That was actually pretty funny. But then we ended up redubbing it. Is that your? I think
that's your
voice.
Yeah.
We ended up redubbing that. Yeah, and then the. Can you go back when he first gets into it? Is that a possible thing that you can do? A little before. Yeah, like right there. Yeah. And then play it just like a tiny bit. Yeah, like right there. So that like the technique to cut someone else is called out of videos called rotoscoping.
That's like the easy way to do it. That's the way to like for the computer to try to guess.
No, rotoscoping is the process of like cutting out whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's like like back in the day they used to, with like an X-Acto knife, you rotoscope with like, but it refers to like cutting out video to play on something else. And now you can roughly, like software rotoscoping will try to find the edges of things. So it'll give you a pretty good start and then you go through and refine it. But since this is literally against a television, it was getting all fucked up.
But it made it look that much better.
And so, like, yeah, it kind of broke the software, like, at a point, and I just let it go because it looked super sweet. There's this, like, weird blue flame thing, like, happening behind it. And I was like, fuck it. Like, that looks, like, extra fucked up. And so I just, like, let that go. Because I was trying to get it perfect around him. And then it got, like, really confused. And it like found edges of his head in the fire, and then it like continued it across the top of the screen. So yeah, the software just like totally got confused, and I was like, that actually looks pretty sweet. So yeah, I left it in. But yeah, that took me like a full day.
Yeah,
just for this scene,
hammering away
because it was pretty difficult. Yeah. Anyways, that was LA Auto Show.
Mm-hmm. Solid.
I thought it was pretty good, and we ran into. Remember we were walking, we were like in the middle of the arena, we're walking somewhere, and someone was like, "Car Bros." And we turned around and it was Kristen Lee or something, and someone else from Jalopnik. And they were like, "We love what you're doing, like it's very unique, like da-da-da-da." And we were like, "Oh, we should like collaborate sometime." Yeah, like, yeah, totally, whatever. Like you totally should. And I remember thinking like, oh, good, at least they'll post our video. like we pretty much have, at this point, they're guilted into posting it if they ran into us. Like at this point.
That's right.
This video did okay.
Yeah.
It did all right. But it's like, you're just not going to get a huge audience.
For something like this.
No,
especially when it just joins the like.
It's just in the
500 other videos that were uploaded from that show.
Yeah, refresh Mazda 3, the LA Auto Show.
Check it out.
And it's like, meh, whatever. But yeah, I was satisfied with how it did and how it turned out. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
all right, back to the studio.
back to the guy.
Take it back, boys. Wow.
That was
excellent.
Fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Best one
what do
so
you think,
far.
Brandon?
Yeah. What'd you think about that? Oh, never mind. Shut the fuck up. Oh, man. You better be satisfied with this, Brandon, because it's weird as fuck. we feel really stupid doing this. Okay.
Indeed. Yeah, so I've mentioned a few times that we were looking for a car to replace the Volkswagen e-Golf that we had.
Yeah.
So we looked at a few things.
Teslas.
No.
Didn't you look at the Tesla?
No, I mean, I didn't actually like.
You thought about it. I was like, you thought about it for an afternoon. I crunched the numbers.
Yeah, but I was like, nah, I don't want to spend that much money for a commuter car.
Yeah. Right.
So like we looked at like some SUVs, and my wife even like drove them. Mm-hmm. We went and drove a Forester. Speaking of Subaru.
Yeah.
And she like it was fine, but she was just like, oh, this thing is like loud and like
Because she's driven an electric car for what, the past 3 years?
Like
2 years?
5 years.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Because we had the electric Fiat.
Oh, that's
we got
right.
The Golf.
So I forget how.
So she hasn't like regularly driven a gas car in a long time.
Yeah.
So she drove and she's like, why is it so like loud and red? Like,
why are there so many noises?
Yeah. So it's like, I think I want like something electric. So we like started looking, and we found the Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid.
Yeah.
Which is like basically just a big Volt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
And there's like some like crazy good deals on them, so like especially after all the like tax incentives and rebates. Like it ended up being like as cheap as like a base model Civic.
Yeah,
basically for like a pretty nice car that'll go like 50 miles on battery and still be a normal car after that.
Right.
Which I mean the car itself isn't that special. But buying it was kind of funny. I mean, not just that car, but it reminded me like when we were in the dealership. You guys haven't really gone to dealerships nearly as much as me.
I only have a few experiences.
But it's funny because like it's almost like you kind of want to be like a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's because like we were sitting at the table and he was like, I mean, I don't really do that like negotiating stuff. I just like I try to do everything beforehand. Like I want to pay this much and like take it or leave it. So But like you'll hear like other people and they'll be like talking like, oh, do you want to like we're gonna have to run your credit. Oh, like sure. Okay, we can do like they just hear them playing their games.
Just hear them like working them back.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, like
don't do
it. Like you kind of like want to get closer.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was thinking, do you remember there was like a reality show about a car dealer, like probably 10 years. It was like in Vegas. I think it was called like King of Cars or.
It was like used cars.
No, it was just. I think it was a Dodge dealer.
Huh.
And it was just like a reality, like about them.
Sure.
And I remember like it being like mildly entertaining.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like that's actually would be more entertaining to watch than like half the like fake bullshit.
Right.
Just like, oh, is he gonna like sell? Is he gonna sell him on the warranty, or is he gonna like, oh, like man, this guy's credit is fucked. Like,
how bad?
Like, oh no, don't go for that term. Like, no, turn it
96 months. What are you doing?
You're like, no, don't get the like dealer etching. And
underbody spray.
Like, I'd probably watch that if it was like
at least a few episodes.
Some like good like behind the scenes
some hardball negotiations.
Because like you're always like, oh no, dude, don't let him do that.
Don't let him bend you over like that.
Yeah, I could go down. That'd be pretty good. I think that'd be better as like a fake comedy.
Because
like you just feel too bad.
The dealership.
Yeah, it's just like, well, let me go talk to my manager, and they're just like in the break room, like eating Cheetos for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, he was pretty adamant about this like 6.5% interest rate on this like 128 month. Okay. Well, we got your payment down to $49 a month.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, 20 years. Like you can own this car for just the price of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Watching people, I think just in general, what you're touching on is like watching people negotiate for anything is interesting.
Yeah, there's some.
It's fascinating to watch people negotiate. Yeah. Especially watching like regular people negotiate, not like a hostage negotiator.
Right.
Wow, I love to watch an expert. It's like, no, I want to see some regular ass people. Trying to like,
especially when you hear him like the salesman's kind of like, are you sure you really need to go think about it? Like we can we can do this right now.
He's
like,
trying to close it.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. I was helping my friend buy a car. She just moved back from New York City, and so she needed a car here. And she's like, I have $3,800. Like, I'm looking for cars.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, like some soon weekend we'll like check out a bunch of them. And I'm thinking like second gen Prius,
right?
Like
I remember
Camry or something.
Yeah.
It's like, let's get her something where it's just like boring and dead reliable and whatever. And so she found this Prius that was like, it's kind of high miles, but it was original owner. Like it looked fine.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there to check it out. And so she texted me after the fact. She's like, I went and looked at it, and like I drove it, and like he said he's firm. It's $3,800 on the ad.
Yeah.
And he said like he was firm on that or whatever. So like I think I'm gonna do it. Like I think I told him okay. And she'd already kind of like shook hands.
Yeah, like
And I was just like, oh God, like 3,800. It's just like, man, I mean, it's done, so whatever. But I didn't want to be like, man, I would have given that guy like 25. I told him to go fuck himself. Like, immediately in your mind,
I would give him a piece of his mind.
Yeah, really, he won't take less than 38 for his like 200,000 mile Prius. Like, it's like, fuck. And so I was just like, hey, if it seems good, go for it. And she ended up buying it and whatever. And I definitely bit my tongue. But like in my mind, I was like, oh, dude, like I totally could have saved you like $1,000 on that car. Like I'm so sure he wouldn't have taken $3,800 or less than that. But it was just reminding me of that. She's like, I really asked him if he'd go any lower, and he said no.
I was like, please.
And I was like, I asked him really nice, and he seemed pretty
adamant.
And it was just like, fuck. Like, well, that's what it is,
Yeah, one of the funny things, if you bought a new car, you would know this, but like what you do is like you do all the paperwork and then you go to like the finance guy.
Yeah.
Like after the salesman, and he's the guy that like gets you to sign all the paperwork, and he always tries to sell like the like extended warranty and stuff. Which in this case they didn't really do, because I think electric cars have like super long.
Did you get that low jack, bro? It's a Honda.
No. But the funny thing is, like, I remember one time, like a long time ago, when I bought a used car, like I went with my dad.
Yeah.
Because I was only like 22 or something at the time. But it's like, they always try to sell you the warranty, and part of the thing they do is like they tell you like, if this window motor needs to be replaced, this is going to be expensive.
$800.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to tell you like how risky you're purchasing. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it's like,
well, if this transmission takes a shit,
it's like
it might.
It's like, wait, no, I'm buying a Honda. This is a good car.
It's a reliable car,
right? Yeah. But it's just kind of funny. Like their job is to like tell you that you're the purchase, like this big purchase that
they're
you just
trying to
made.
like scare you a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, this is a reliable car, but
what if it's not?
In the event that something goes wrong on it, you're going to be this car could like really put you through the shit.
Isn't this car easy to work on with affordable parts? Well,
isn't this car built to last?
Hold on.
And I think my dad just said like, oh, maybe we won't buy the car then. And he goes, oh, no, it's fine.
Well, it sounds like you've given me a lot to think about here, Richard. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. So I don't know. I want to see that car dealer reality show come back.
I agree.
Someday, just every life and times.
Dig up some episodes. Of that.
What's that? What's the car dealership movie with
used cars?
No, with Jeremy Piven. The Goods.
Cars.
The Goods. Live hard, sell hard. Remember that?
Has anyone seen The Goods?
It's.
I think I may have seen it.
It's
But
pretty
I don't
good.
remember anything from it.
It's pretty.
That's
solid.
how good it was.
Yeah.
Okay, final topic. Let's wrap this up.
So speaking of this,
Because I'm tired of staring at Brendan's stupid fucking face.
speaking of this clarity, it has like the whatever standard adaptive cruise control and all that stuff.
Finally, you've come into the age. The future.
which I've never really used, but I used it like driving back from the dealer, which is like 100 miles away.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Like I could see myself using it on trips.
Yeah.
But I was reading like they say like if you just drive the car normally, like it can take some time to like get back up to speed. Mm-hmm. You know, like when whatever pulls away and you going back up to
Right.
It'll take its sweet time.
Yeah. It'll gradually.
Yeah, it's like okay, I'm gonna go it's a little faster now. But I saw people like on the forum or something saying like, oh, if you put it in sport mode, like it does that quicker.
Yeah.
Like it just like gets back up to speed quicker. So I was talking with my dad. I was telling my dad about that, and he's like, "What if they made like a sport mode that like tailgated people, like you just press that and just starts driving like a dick."
Yeah.
Because like even like the minimum distance it leaves is still like a lot.
Yeah, it's still like a car's lane.
Because it has to like see and like it has to leave enough time to if something happens.
It's probably
that
like
it can't
25
see.
feet.
That is like one of the worst parts about, and I suspect it'll be one of the worst parts about like autonomous driving.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nice because it's like, yeah, you just sit back and chill. But at the same time, it drives like such a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they drive so like, I don't know.
I think it depends on the car.
Well, just,
No, I think it's just like it's like liability.
it's never going to like
I think
put pressure on someone.
Well, I think what it
has.
has to do is it has to leave. It has to assume that like something immediately in front of that car has come to a complete stop and leave enough time to stop. That's why like you can't like tail someone closely with that.
Right.
Yeah, I was driving a Model 3 the other day, and it did that. I was using the adaptive cruise control, and the person in front of me like turned off the road. But they did it kind of slow,
Right.
And so it's
like,
slowed
way
way down, and people behind me are like, they're also braking,
right.
And then it gets back up to speed. And I was like, "Fucking go!" It's like, go!
I can just see it having some kind of like aggressive mode where it like passes people in the slow lane.
Well, the Jeep, when it's doing adaptive cruise control and like say I have it set at 70, 75,
Right.
and the person in front of me is going like 60, and then they get out of the way, the Jeep like downshifts like two fucking things and just gets on it up to speed really quick.
Yeah,
most cars are not like that.
That's true.
Yeah, that was what you reminded me of, because the M5, when you adjust cruise control with the buttons, like plus or minus, same kind of thing. Like it'll move, pretty quick, even in sixth. And so it's such a sweet feeling. It's such a baller move, because you'll be like, all right, I'm going like 70, and the guy in front of me, you can pass people with the buttons.
Yeah.
So you can be like chilling and cruise controlling, like, this guy's so slow. And you're like, it's like press a button and it'll like take off pretty good around him.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that just feels like so luxurious to me. It's like, I don't want to be here.
I'm not going to use my foot. See ya.
Make this go away.
Yeah. It's pretty funny because like I feel like when it does that, when the Jeep does that, like the people who are getting out of the way must think like, look at this fucking asshole that's like in such a hurry, because it gets so loud. It's like,
Definitely goes for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Do you have any thoughts on that, Brendan?
Any closing thoughts?
Your closing thoughts. Okay.
Besides being a little cuck.
Besides being weird as fuck. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Thank you again to our patrons.
Yep.
Thanks for watching all 42 episodes for you special fans who have been here for the whole ride. 10 more to a year.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Yep.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.